Thank you for volunteering for Teens versus Talent. But first of all, I have something to tell you, which
Yes.
is a huge congratulations because you are on the shortlist for Best Kick-Ass Female Character for your role in The CEO Trap.
No way. Wait, that's so exciting. I had no idea I would be nominated for that. So that's awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm so honored.
Yes, there are a lot of votes for that. People love you in that role, and I think just love what that role is and that it's a really awesome female
Yeah. Oh my
character who
gosh.
completely takes charge of the situation all the way through.
Yes. Thank you so much. That's honestly a shock, but it's great because I was just working with Nick Ritacco and the director of that show yesterday. We did like a 1-day shoot promo thing for something that I can't really say yet, but it was fun because I was with that team. So that makes me feel good. Thank you so much.
Right, so welcome to Teens versus Talent, where all questions are submitted by my teenagers. Okay.
Great.
This is their first question. Are you scared?
Am I scared? Yes. Short answer, yes, I'm scared. I'm scared of a
Okay.
lot of things.
Do you have like any like specific phobias or?
One of my biggest fears is clowns. Clowns really scare me. Yeah. What else scares me? Clowns are a big one. I live alone. So I think I'm always scared of things when like you're living alone in a big city, always like triple locking my door, locking my windows as if Spider-Man or some evil person is going to climb in through my windows, but no one can get up here, but it still scares me. But yeah, I think living alone has definitely kept me on edge a little bit, you know?
Okay, so secure windows, that's what we need. Look after you and no clowns.
Yes.
Clowns is understandable though. They've been used way too many times in movies to freak people out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But honestly, I would love to do a horror movie where there's like a clown because I wouldn't have to act. Like I would just be screaming. It would be great. Like it's not even acting for me. So I think that would be cool. That'd be fun. People will think I'm a super talented actress, but I'm not acting. I'm just screaming and running and crying.
You'd be accessing true emotion.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Okay, next question is, do you like Brussels sprouts as in the
Yeah.
vegetable?
I do. That's recent, though. I think when I was a kid, I didn't like them, but now I like them. I like them a lot.
Excellent. Do you have a secret talent or a party trick?
I don't think so. That's not good. I probably should. But like a specific, like when you know how people can like open a bottle with their teeth or something like,
Yeah,
no.
not everyone's got one. I don't have one.
No, I don't think so.
Cool. This is a really random one. Do you like wigs? Have you had to use wigs in your acting? What are your thoughts about wigs? Are they a pain? I guess
Yes.
sort of
Do I
hair
like wigs?
pieces. What's your experience?
Right. I
Yeah.
love wigs. I actually love wigs because I've never dyed my hair. I've never colored my hair. And I do love my red hair, but I think growing up, I always wanted to try out different colors. But my mom was like, never touch your hair. You're never going to get that color back. So I do love playing a character where I get to wear a wig because it's really different for me. And it's not something I normally see. But yes, I wore a wig in a movie that's out on Amazon Prime right now, The Mail Lady 2. And the third one actually is coming out, I think, next week. It should be, but I wear a short black bob wig. So it looks nothing like me. But yeah, I like wigs. It's cool. They're really uncomfortable. I don't like wearing them, but I like the new change, like the new look change, you know? They're itchy.
Are there any tips? Is there anything you found that kind of makes wearing a wig a bit more bearable? Or
Nope. A lot of ibuprofen so you don't feel the pain and the itchiness. I know.
you're all
I know, it
suffering.
gives you headaches because because the thing is, like, your hair is normally, like, braided, and then they put a wig cap on with, like, a glue, so now it's glued here, then they do the wig, and then they pin it in, like, all different places, so not very comfortable.
See, all these things we don't know. Right. Next question is, do you have a garden where you live?
No, I don't have a garden. My garden is there and there and there because I don't have a yard. I live in an apartment building, so there's nothing for me here, but I would love to have a garden.
And the question is, if you had one, what would you grow? Like, have you got favourite flowers, I guess is the question, or would you be doing like one of the kitchen gardens where you're doing your own herbs and
Probably.
vegetables?
I would probably grow my own herbs and vegetables. I use a lot of rosemary and thyme in my cooking, so I think that would be something I would love to grow. I love to cook, so definitely some vegetables, tomatoes, zucchini, squash. I don't know, literally everything. I would grow anything that would survive.
Okay. Next question is, what's your favourite like childhood book?
Ooh, actually, I have it here. The Giving Tree. I love The Giving Tree. And yeah,
Such a good book.
I keep it next to my bed every night. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like safe always just having it somewhere in a house or an apartment that I live in. But I honestly haven't read it in a good amount of time. I should. But yes, this is my favorite childhood book.
It's a good choice. And it's just so good. Right.
Such a beautiful story.
Next
Yeah.
question is, do you have Pinterest?
Yes, I do. But my Pinterest isn't like a public Pinterest. I don't post pins. I just kind of use it for personal stuff to like create boards, like mood boards, whether it's what I want my 2026 to look like, or there's new recipes on there, or like outfits that I like to wear, stuff like that.
I guess that was their follow-up question of like, what's the board that you use the most?
Right. Yeah, that definitely outfits. I think I get a lot of fashion inspiration from Pinterest stuff.
Yes, and then where we know your secrets. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
this is actually quite relevant given your beautiful greenery behind you, this question. Do you know how to revive a dead plant? Or
No, no, because, and I have a confession for you. These plants are not mine. I did not birth them. The guy who lived in this apartment before me had these plants and he was moving and they're so big. So he was like, I'm not going to bring them with me. I could give them away to people, but do you want them? I was like, yeah, I'll take them. So I've been keeping them alive, but I don't know how to revive them if they died. Then I'd just be a really bad plant mom, but I'm trying. I'm like a plant fun aunt. They get a little dry here and there, but then I just give them some water.
it looks like you're doing an awesome job. I think you're
Thank
all
you.
over it. You're
Well,
on
that
it.
was pretty good. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next question is, what is the biggest coincidence that has ever happened to you?
Biggest coincidence. I feel like Okay, I feel like I can probably come up with a better answer if I really thought about it. But I think maybe one coincidence that is relevant to the vertical space. Molly Anderson and we were cast in the same movie. She was in the first one, and then I played her character in the second and third one. And then we got cast as twins in a vertical, but like we didn't know each other like before anything or any of that. So then when we got cast as twins and we figured out that we were cast and we played the same person and something else, it was just like a weird crossover. And then now she's one of my really good friends. So thank you for doing that. But I guess maybe that could be like a pretty big coincidence, at least in the acting space and in my life. But I'm sure if I really thought about it, I could come up with something better, but I don't know.
That's pretty big, though.
Yeah, it's pretty
For
big. It's
that, I
pretty
mean, that
cool.
is, isn't it? And the fact that you're playing twins as well. That's
Right.
quite unusual for vertical. Often it's like, well, you might be stepsisters, but to be
Totally.
twins, yeah.
Totally.
Right. This is question is, what, in your opinion, is the coolest bird?
Coolest bird. I feel like my knowledge on birds is lacking, but I like toucans. With like the big
Good
beak.
choice.
I like a toucan. Toucans are cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun bird.
And actually, that leads to our next question, actually. If you had a choice for where to go on a day trip, would you go to the aquarium or to the zoo?
Hmm. I think an aquarium. Um, I love a zoo. I love the zoo, but recently, as I'm getting older, I start to feel really, really bad for the animals, and I don't like seeing them in cages. But same thing with an aquarium, but I don't know. I feel like aquariums are a little different. I feel like they have their space in their water. But yeah, I would say an aquarium. I haven't been to an aquarium in a really long time, so that would be fun to go to one soon.
It is quite magical when you go to one of the ones, when they have those tunnels that you walk through
Yes,
and
the
you can,
tunnels, and you can just
like,
look
the
all
fish and
around.
everything is swimming all around you.
Best.
Okay. Right, we've gone back to food, just to warn you, okay?
I love food.
What shape of pasta do you like the best?
Ooh, I love rigatoni, like a thick, like tube noodle. And I also love, are they called pinwheels? You know, the ones that do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there might be.
They're like the circle and then they have like,
Yeah, I think
it
I
kind of
know
looks
what
like
you
fun,
like.
like shape. I think they're called pinwheels, but I like those. I like pinwheels and I like rigatoni. I think I use rigatoni the most.
We stayed on the food theme, just to let you know. Okay, so if you could only eat one national cuisine for the rest of your life, so like, Thai or Indian or Italian, which
Yeah.
one would it be and why?
Italian, 100% Italian. I love Italian food. I love pizza. I love pasta. I love bread, cheese, meats, all of it. All of it. But yeah, I went to Italy with my mom and we had such a great time. And the food was just so, so good and so fresh. And it's amazing. But I grew up with an Italian family. So we would make Italian food all the time. And it was kind of a part of my daily diet. So I don't think I could live without it. I couldn't live without pizza or pasta.
Love that. And what I love is when people have like no hesitation about that sort of question. It's like, I
Yep.
know this. This is what
Yep.
I've got.
Italian food forever.
Okay. Can you do a backflip?
Yes, I can. I can. I can. I can't do one
It's
right
damn
now,
impressive.
but I can. Yes,
Yeah.
I was a competitive cheerleader for about 12 years.
Of course.
Yes, yes. I was a cheerleader for a really long time, so I used to do a lot of backflips. But could I do one like right now standing and doing it? I'm sure I could, but I think I would need a few days of some stretching and practice before I go doing that, but yes, I can.
Yes, we're not harming you. No
Yeah.
talent was harmed in the making of this interview. We want you to
Right.
actually say, I forgot about the cheerleader. So, like, of course you can do backflips. Like, you
Yes,
can do
of
all sorts of things.
course. Yes. So fun.
Right. Have you ever seen a ghost? Do you believe in
Yes.
ghosts?
Yes. I do believe in ghosts, and I have seen ghosts before. I can share the story. I've seen ghosts a few times. The one that's engraved in my memory was I was staying at my friend Annabelle's house, and her name's Annabelle, which kind of makes things 10 times creepier. But I was staying at her house. I want to say we were about 11 years old. So I was young. I was super young. And her house was there were definitely a lot of spirits there. And her family was very into all of that and they were very open about it, which always made me more comfortable with the idea of ghosts or spirits. But it still always scared me as a kid. But there was one night I was sleeping over and she had one of those trundle beds, like you pull out the mattress from like under the bed when you have like sleepovers or friends. So like we were like sleeping next to each other. And she has a little sister that was in the room with us. Those are the only kids, me, her little sister. And I heard a ball bouncing in the hallway. And that's a very specific sound, like hearing like a rubber bouncing ball. And I like woke up and
Oh.
I like look around and the two girls are sleeping. So I'm like, okay, it's probably like her parents, maybe. I don't know. Try to go back to sleep. And then I kept hearing bouncing ball. And then there was laughing. And I was really confused. And I woke up Annabelle because I was super scared. And she's like, it's probably Billy. I'm like, who? Who is Billy? And that is not something
Yeah.
I want to hear in the middle of the night. So, and then all of a sudden, the door to her room opens. Like, I can't even make this up. It literally could be like a movie, but I'll never forget it. The door opened and there was no one there, but I'd taken off my blanket when I had sat up to like talk to Annabelle, and my blanket just went back right over me and like tucked me in. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy? So like, did I see the
How do they
ghost?
know her name?
Right. It's it's crazy. Like I didn't see the ghost as if he was a person standing with me, but I could hear him and then things in my vicinity moved. It was it was definitely really freaky. Really freaky. But there was actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there was this other time recently that also when I was sleeping or woke up from a sleep, this happened. I mean, maybe I was just having a nightmare, who knows? But there was one night recently, I was sleeping and I had my hair sleep, like my hair was down, sleeping against my pillow. And I woke up because someone pulled my hair like up. And like that, like that's such a specific like feeling when someone's pulling on your hair, but pulled it enough where like it brought me up out of bed. And I was like, what was that? But yes, I can go into so many stories. We should do a interview, like a ghost story interview thing, because I have so
I
many.
feel there's a whole spin-off here with you basically doing like, some sort of vertical reality ghost hunting. You go around like
Oh,
typical vertical filming locations, but then do that. There's something
no,
here.
that
Definitely.
would
That
be
we need to make this
so
happen.
great because so many of these locations are haunted for sure. And I definitely believe in that stuff. And I believe in energies, spirits, ghosts, all of that. And I think that could be so fun to do that. But yeah, another time we can do a deep dive into the ghost world and all of that.
Have to make this happen now. I think we've just pitched for you like the perfect
Yes,
show. So we need to make that
perfect.
happen.
I'm so
And then they know
excited.
they can always send in a clown if they want to make you scream. There'll be just like a
Oh my
clown
God.
running through to make you scream.
I would be so
Oh,
scared.
that was amazing. So this is
It'd
why
be
the
fun.
teams are good. They ask the best questions.
They do. They do.
Okay,
I love
if
the
you
question.
could say it much better than me, I can't come up with anything as good. Right, this is the next one. If you could apply to be on like a quiz or a game show, so not a reality show, but a quiz
Okay.
or a game show, which one would it be and why?
Huh. So I don't watch a lot of game shows or reality shows. It's never really been up my alley, but there is one show. I don't know if you would consider, I think it is a game. What is it called? It's like, I guess it may be a reality show though. It's when like you and a partner go to like another country and you go on like a big scavenger hunt. What is it? Is it the Great? Wait, this is gonna bother me now. Hold on. I need to look this up. What
We've
is the
got a version in the UK that's called Race Across the World, which might be a variation of that,
it's
where it's you have
let
to
me s-
get from somewhere to somewhere with your partner and you've got a budget and you can't use too much money. But it
Yes,
hasn't got the
yes,
scavenger hunt element.
that's what it is. And you and a partner go to yes. I think that would be really fun. I don't know if we would consider
And you
that a
get to travel
game.
as well.
Right. I don't know if we'd consider that a game show. I think I
No,
would. I think it's a game. Yeah, but I love to
I
travel.
would. That sounds awesome because
Yeah,
there's a competitive element, isn't there? So yeah.
right.
So
Definitely. Definitely. But I love to travel. I love solving puzzles or figuring stuff out. I think it's really fun. I love adventures. Something that me, Sam Meyerson, Mariah Moss, and Kayla Brady did recently is we went to an escape room. So the four of us got together and we got locked in this room. It was actually like multiple rooms, like there were traps. We had to solve all this stuff. But I wish that there was a camera in there or someone was recording the four of us, because the four of us together trying to figure this out was hilarious and it was great. I think that could be a vertical, like an ensemble cast, like going on like an adventure to like find the treasure or to like get out of the cave, or it was cool. It was super fun. So I love stuff like that.
That who was like unexpectedly good at solving stuff? Who's got like the brain? Because you need a certain brain to kind of just work things
Right.
out, haven't you?
Definitely not Sam. I feel like Sam, like he would just question everything that we would say. I'd be like, we need to do this, we need to do this. And he's like, no, we don't. Stop. We need to do this. But then I was right, of course. But I would say, I think we were all actually pretty good. I think we were unexpectedly good together as a team. I don't know if we expected that, but we did it. We solved it. We got out of it. So I'd say the unexpected great player was probably all of us together as a team.
So yeah, now you know you've got team skills. I love that.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
That is a very good answer. I love that. That's so good. What's a world record you think you could break?
Gosh, that's a great question. It's a world record.
Very good.
I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. I wish I had an answer. What world record would you
It is
want?
quite a difficult one to be put on the spot about.
Right. What about you?
Probably something about lettuce references.
Okay.
Something about amount of social media posts about lettuce. I could probably do something like
Right.
that. So yeah, something stupid.
Right.
I don't think I could do much else.
Honestly, okay,
That's all I've got.
maybe I'll break the world record for being in the most verticals. I could just do verticals forever and be in thousands of verticals. Maybe that'll be a world record.
Oh wow, yeah, you will definitely need some long service medal for that. 100%. To give you.
I feel like every vertical actor right now is like always beating the vertical world record because everyone we do so many of them. It's crazy.
You don't stop. It's phenomenal. And then my final question from them is what is the coolest music concert you've been to? Or one you really enjoyed?
Okay, I saw Royal Otis at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, and I think that was a really awesome concert because, first of all, I really like the band. They're an up-and-coming band, too, which is great because they're not super well-known yet, so you can still get tickets, but they're amazing. But the Troubadour in Los Angeles is an iconic venue, super small, super intimate. I love intimate concerts and shows because you're all just kind of there with each other rather than being in a stadium with 40,000 people, even though those concerts are fun too. But yeah, I think Royal Otis at the Troubadour was one of my favorite concerts for sure. And then, oh, how could I forget? I was the biggest One Direction fan. I went to Wembley Stadium in London to see One Direction in like 2011, and my 10-year-old heart was exploding. I was in love with Harry Styles. I still am in love with Harry Styles, but I am a Directioner forever. So One Direction was definitely also another amazing concert.
Well, the team's going to be very jealous of that. And then presumably you're very excited about the new Harry Styles album release.
I'm so
soon.
excited.
That's what we all needed, wasn't it?
And he's doing a residency at Madison Square Garden in New York. So I want to try and get tickets to see him because I love Harry Styles.
You've been an absolute superstar. I feel you survived that, and we got some amazing stories thanks to the teams.
Yes, this was so fun.
So, thank you so much for being
Thank
so
you.
sport.
Thank you so much. This was so fun. Anytime you want to do chats like this, I'm always open to it.
I just want to put the teens in charge of content now because honestly, their
Right.
questions, I'm like, how do you come up with this stuff? I'm like, yeah,
But
I just
it's
go,
fun.
yeah, ask this. It's like, they're so
Right.
good.
It's fun because you get to see the different sides of the people that you normally see on your screen. And even though we'll do interviews where we're talking about our verticals and stuff, which is great, but it's always fun once in a while to get to know the random stuff about each other.
And yeah, now we've got the whole idea for basically you in the Race Across the World plan and also
Yeah.
you and your ghost hunting one. I mean,
Yes.
we've got 2 brilliant ideas
Yeah,
of that.
we have everything. I just need to start making my pitch deck and sending it out and get money to make it.